my school, St. Mary's State School, is located at Lagos bus stop. And within my school premises, I had St. Mary's Catholic Church, very big auditorium. And I would work. My parents lived at the time along Creek Road, my father's house. So I would work from Creek Road, run sometimes a lot, to get to school. And so I knew all the children born about the same time with me. I think we all had clear churches. You were either Methodist, Wesley, Barnham, St. Cyprian's, Christ Church, Chapel. I mean, Christ Church or Christ Chapel. They were just Baptists. There were few churches just like there were few schools. So we all knew us. And we knew our parents as well. So all of us were raised by community of mothers. If I went to a friend's house and misbehaved, the mother will not wait for me to get to my mother's house to be corrected. That mother will correct that thing there at the same tempo and level as she would do to her own child. So we all had community of mothers. Every mother was our mother, which is why all of us still call the mothers by the names that their primary children calls them. So if you call your mother Sisi, I call her Sisi. If you call her mommy, I call her mommy. Call her mother, I call her mother. So, so we knew that eyes were watching every time. And we also knew that it was important for all of us to maintain friendship, because our friends were not selected by us. Our friends were our friends naturally because our mothers were friends. We attended the same schools or the same churches. We went to play in the same playground. And, Port Harcourt had fields. Oh, I missed my number one field. Fields. Number one field, number two field, number three field. All those fields are gone now. They represent rubbish. Children could go to the Arts Council. We knew that at the Arts Council, every month there was a performance. So parents had that time. And we knew the men, the people who wrote stories, and, teachers had a lot of respect. Pastors had a lot of respect. If you saw a lawyer, in fact, a judge with their hood like this, they were almost the same size as God Almighty. If you saw a lawyer with babe, I don't know how to describe it. But today, once you see them, they remind you of nothing but corruption. They don't remind you of anything that you want to be part of. Teachers don't even like their jobs anymore. It started with them selling things in classrooms. Teachers didn't sell anything when I was in school. Teachers were teachers. The only extra thing they did was lessons. They didn't sell nothing. So from the point where they started selling things, everything went off the windows. So living in Port Harcourt as a young person in the very early 70s was everything that anybody would want. There were fruits, trees, there were birds. There was my throw that we used to throw. Rubber seeds, and there were games for everybody. And there was the opportunity for us to challenge us. We challenged us. Even in football, girls had teams and boys had teams. And we would challenge ourselves. We would challenge ourselves even in spelling. We had things that we called war. We go war today. If you badmouth me, I badmouth you. It was a goose-bass free will. And there were people who couldn't take war, we go war today. And when they warred you and you warred them back, they carry stone. They want to break your head. But, they never succeed, because if an adult met us at the time, the adults would, naturally say, hey, what is it? Blah, blah, blah. And the minute you say what, say, but now you first warm now. So even adults were just. They were just. And it didn't matter whether it was their direct child or not. Adults were just, they were fair. So that's how we grew up. We grew up in Port Harcourt, understanding the meaning of fair, equity, just, understanding what it means to love and fear God, love and respect yourselves. I don't know when that Port Harcourt will come back, but I would really love to have it. I don't also know which people lost it, whether we lost it or the generation after us lost it. I don't know, but I think that our parents did the right things. So even when our friends go abroad and spend many years, when they come back, they start off from where they left. They start off this, you just start talking. Just go to any of our schools now. It's a sorry sight. It's a real sorry sight. A lot has failed, but I miss old Port Harcourt. I wish I can have her back, even if it's for 1 month. Let's just have old Port Harcourt back. We knew where was what. We knew where was what. We knew who was what. And your boast was in character, not in money. Your boast was in character. And you would proudly, and I think part of what helped that was the fact that the child of the gatesman and the child of the commissioner were in the same class. And until the children of the big men started failing all their exams, there was no private school. Private schools were created specifically for the children of the rich who could not pass in public schools. And we used to tease them then as children. We say, you fail until WAEC send you success letter. Your papa carry you go private school. So once you hear somebody is in private school, you know that this child is a dullard. But now, people are in private schools because their parents have the kind of money that is required. And I think it was done on purpose. When wives of the rich started setting up schools and calling them this curriculum and that curriculum, they stopped funding public education. And the minute they stopped funding public education became something for the poor. And then because it's something for the poor, it's something also neglected. So until there's proper funding given to education, we may not get that kind of education that we got from public schools. We may never get it, but I wish it would come back so that kids can know themselves. Kids don't know themselves anymore because they're spread all over the place.